What if I told you this luxury product can fake a full night's sleep but cost less than your morning Starbucks? Forget coffee. Use this instead to wake up your skin in the morning. This is my secret to getting rid of puffiness and basically faking like I had 10 hours of sleep when I really only had 2. This is honestly great for anyone, whether or not you're a man, you're a woman, you're a college student studying for that final, you're a new parent and you've been up all night with a crying baby that just won't go to sleep. You've been working hard, working 80 hours a week. You're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s. Anyone who ever has a hard time sleeping at night can benefit from this serum. It's been my ride or die for 10 years and it's the one product I can't live without. I reached for this little serum before I even have my first cup of coffee in the morning. It's that good. If you're looking to try a luxury skincare product but you don't want to break your bank, this is the perfect product to start out with. Now, I use this completely differently than what Guerlain tells you. So how you're supposed to use it is you put it on the night before and then you wake up in the morning and your skin should look refreshed like you had a full night's sleep. Even if you were up all night with a baby and had like 2 hours of sleep, your skin should still look refreshed and like you actually had the full 8 hours you were supposed to get. And it does work that way. It's super great that way. But honestly, when I first started using this was before I had kids and I couldn't predict when I would need this product because I didn't know when I was going to have a bad night's sleep. Maybe some days I knew, okay, I'm going to have to get up at 4 a.m. for work today. But a lot of times I didn't know when I was going to have a terrible night's sleeping. So I didn't know that I was going to need this the night before. So I started using it in the morning. I would be tired in the morning from a restless night's sleep or was up all night. So I would wake up and I would just say, you know what, screw it. I'm going to put it on now. And I found out that it is amazing in the morning. It truly is. It feels so amazing on your skin in the morning. I will literally get out of bed, run to the bathroom, grab this little tube, and then put a little bit around my eyes to wake up my eyes in the morning. So even though you're supposed to use it at night, and I guess you should probably listen to the designer and not to me, but I love using it in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I'm one of those people that my eyes always feel super dry and I have a hard time waking up because of that. Even if I have coffee, like I'll drink coffee and yeah, technically I've got energy, but my skin doesn't feel awake. My face doesn't feel awake. So the first thing I do when I get out of bed is I run and I grab this tube and I put a little bit of the serum around my eyes. And then I feel like I'm awake, I'm ready for the day, and then I can go get my coffee or whatever I need to do. But I cannot live without this serum anymore. I have to have it. There is no other cream out there that feels the same. I have tried so many creams, so many serums, lotions over the past 10 years, and nothing beats how this makes your skin feel when you put it on. It's definitely gonna make you feel better when at least your skin feels like it's had a good night's sleep and it's moisturized. Now this product is for everyone, whether you have dry skin, normal skin, combo skin, oily skin, everyone can use this product. If you have dry skin, you'll want to use this in conjunction with a cream. Now, if you're in your 20s and you have super oily skin and you're having a hard time finding a moisturizer, I would try this as your daily lotion. This is fabulous as a regular lotion for oily skin. There's no oil in this tube, so it's not going to cause acne, but it's still going to provide that deep moisture that you need to avoid having your skin get oilier, getting more acne. So if you have oily skin, I would try this as your daily moisturizer because you're probably going to see amazing results with it. I wish I had known about this when I was in my 20s because I had very oily skin and I had such a hard time finding a moisturizer that would moisturize my skin but not be oily and not cause acne. And this is definitely what I wish I had found when I was in my 20s because I think this will work perfect for oily skin. Now I'm going to put some on my skin and I'm going to show you how it melts into your skin. You really don't need a lot of this serum. I actually put way too much on my wrist. You only need a very small dot on your eyes if you're doing your eyes, and then maybe just a couple of dots on your face. But
It spreads so well, just the tiniest amount will cover your whole face. As you can see, once it sinks into your skin, there's no greasiness, there's no shininess. It looks more like a luminescent sort of a finish, so it's very luminizing to your face. And I really, really like that about it. It also feels incredibly soft. It makes your skin feel like baby skin. It is so soft. Now this serum retails for $36. Back in the day when I first started using it, it was only $30. If you're used to purchasing luxury skincare, specifically Guerlain, you probably think that I just made a mistake saying $36. You probably think I meant to say $360 because Guerlain is extremely expensive. But no, in reality, this is only $36. So it is probably their cheapest luxury skincare product that they have. If you're not used to purchasing luxury skincare, you're probably thinking $36 for that tiny little tube? But this little tube is deceiving. There's a lot more product in there than it looks. There is 15 milliliters or a half ounce, which is essentially the size of an eye cream. Some eye creams may have 20 milliliters. For example, the Guerlain Black Orchidee Imperial Eye and Lip Contour Cream, that one has 20 milliliters, but that one also retails for $690. So I think $36 is a pretty good amount, even though you're getting 5 milliliters less than with the eye cream. But like I said, this is actually the same size as most of the eye creams you'll see on the market today. It's just basically a no frills packaging. A lot of the eye creams out there, even though the containers look really big, it's actually just fluff. Like there's really just like a tiny little amount inside that giant container. Don't be fooled by this little tube because there's a lot more product in here than it looks. $36 for an eye cream is honestly a really good deal, especially when you know that it's going to get rid of puffiness in the morning and just in general wake up your face for the day. Now, if you're using this as a full face serum, most face serums are about 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce, so they're double this little tube. So if that's the case, if you're using it for your whole face, then the retail, instead of being $36, will be closer to $72 in comparison with a face serum. And if you have oily skin and you want to use this as your face cream or your face lotion, most lotions and creams out there are about 50 milliliters. And so this would actually be $120 in comparison with a regular face cream. Just keep that price point in mind depending on what you want to use this for. This is super affordable as an eye cream to get rid of puffiness around your eyes in the morning. It's also pretty affordable as a face serum to wake up your face and make your face feel refreshed and like it just had a glass of water. Now, if you have oily skin and you're using this to replace your daily lotion, I know $120 is kind of a lot of money. I do think it is still worth it. I really, really do. I wish I had found this when I was in my 20s and had oily skin because I think it would have done wonders just for balancing out my skin tone, for balancing out the moisture, and for helping my skin not be so oily because it really does work. But I know there's a lot of other creams out there that are a lot cheaper than $120 that you may want to try. I never really found one, but it's been a while since I was in my 20s, so I'm sure there's new products out there. But like I said, I never really found a good cream when I was in my 20s that actually helped with oily skin. So in my opinion, I still think this is really worth it. I really, really, really like the fragrance of this serum. I do not normally say that about Guerlain products. If you've seen any of my other reviews or if you've ever even tried one of their face creams, you probably noted the smell because they smell like the strongest perfume in the world. It does have a fragrance, but in comparison with their high-end creams that are really overpowering, this is a really gentle, light scent. It smells more like a body spray than a perfume. So when you put the serum on your face, it's not going to be overpowering like it is with a lot of their high-end face creams. Ironically, when you put on those high-end face creams, I do feel like those scents dissipate very quickly, even though they are initially overpowering. This one will stay a little bit longer. It's not going to last all day. It usually lasts for about 20-30 minutes, and then it kind of dissipates from your skin. But just know that it is going to last a little bit longer. But I actually really enjoy it in the morning. I think it smells really nice. The smell is really hard to describe. It's a very neutral scent, so I think it will work well for either women or men. The only people that maybe won't like it is the people who are really, really sensitive to fragrances. If you're very sensitive to smells and fragrances, you may not like this. Okay, so for the negatives, it is kind of a small tube. I go through it quite a bit. I love using it on my whole face, but if I can get away with only putting it on my eyes in the morning, I do. But luckily, it's not super expensive, so I usually have like 3 or 4 on backup. I never run out because I'm always buying so many of them at a time. Especially if you find a good deal or they're on sale, just stock up on them. You're gonna use them, you know you will. The other thing is this is not gonna fight wrinkles, so it's not gonna take off, 10 to 20 years off your face. It's not going to target signs of aging specifically. So you're still going to want a cream or something that is specifically targeted for aging. This is primarily for adding moisture to your skin and maybe even plumping your skin up a little bit, and it's protecting, your skin from losing moisture. But like I said, it's not really gonna, take away your wrinkles. And really at $36, I would not expect it to. What's your go-to item that you have to have in your morning routine? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to check out my other skincare reviews. I hope this helped, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!